beginning, I stood still. No prayer on my lips, only the delight of the soul tasting itself like sap rising in a tree that doesn't yet know its spring. I was drawn toward a guide made of light, but not yet flame. I was marked by an inscription written inside the mind, scrawled inside the dark. Around me, the winds bend to the will of the sculptor of winds, a force who carves silence with no hands. He shaped the void with threads of breath, each one hummed with the vision of knowing, seen only once, and hidden forever in the rib cage. The ground whispered the ceiling of an earth secret, and from that grave bloomed a flower of thought that dies if seen. I bent low to touch it, but it spoke in words carried by wind, a language that brushes skin then vanishes. I wept without knowing why, and the stars answered in the speaking of stars, neither loud nor silent, just true. I wandered into the place where forgotten gods still remember you, and there stood the throne of sacred hallucination, half truth, half echo, fully alive. I sat, and it gave me visions, engraved into crystalline breath, where memory burned clean. Inside that throne was a sacred shard that cuts illusion, not with pain, but with sudden clarity. There, the sand sorceress who rearranges ancient cities called me. She poured history grain by grain. She held out the broken key hidden in breath, and it unlocked nothing, only reminded me I had once been sealed. A chorus rose behind her from a sanctuary of speechless tongues, voices that shape reality without speaking. Upon my brow, she placed a crown of vanished thought, weightless and unstoppable. Rain fell in the sanctuary of rainfall wisdom, but the water did not wet. It remembered each drop, became a being fed by memory. Above the clouds were those who speak through vapor. They told me of a myth that promises your return, but never tells you from where. When it ended, there was only the chill before divine memory returns. A cold breeze that reminds you you were never truly gone. Then came the moment all opposites hold hands, light and shadow, silence and scream, and I saw the balance point between creation and collapse. Not a temple, but a pause. From that stillness rose a threefold harmony that dissolves conflict, not by argument, but by dissolving the question itself. At the end of all this, I met the one whose story cannot be told. They moved in the rhythm of thought, forming itself, silent, pacing, precise. Their voice was a song before the invention of letters. They led me to waits but does not exhale. From the echo temple where lost prayers still circle, I return not as speaker but as echo. From the cosmic milk serpent I drank the spiral and remembered that